We're in Guangzhou, China, and it's all about eating. There's going to be some epic food today, and we're doing it with a bit of a budget in mind.
Everything we eat today, every dish we order will be under $5 USD.
And we're going to get some super impressive stuff for that. It's not going to be skimping on food. It's going to be some crazy good eats. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate.
We hope you're hungry. Well, let's eat.
Guangzhou is the birthplace of Cantonese cuisine, and one of the things you must eat when you're here are roast meats.
Ta-da! There is roast meats everywhere here. So much. You can't walk far without finding a roast meat shop. This one, crazy good roast meats. You've got to see this. Let's go order some.
Get some Cantonese barbecue.
Look at those goose.
Yes.
Oh. Always with these roast meat shops, it's lined up in the window. Super visually appealing as you're walking the streets. When you're wandering along and then you lay eyes on shiny meat like that, there's barbecue pork, roast goose, got roast pork up here with all the crackle on it, got chickens, 2 different styles. It's really hard to walk past that, but you're walking past one of these shops every minute or so here. There is a lot of these shops. This one though, like I said, totally worth eating it.
Oh, that's it. Yeet means hot. They do noodles here, they do pig's liver, pig's feet, all sorts, but we are here for the Cantonese barbecue. Just want to keep it really simple. Cantonese barbecue on rice. And everything we order is going to be under $5. 我可唔可以叫一個燒鵝飯同埋叉燒燒肉飯？腩肉飯係嘛？呢個叉燒燒肉飯。叉燒燒肉飯同埋燒鵝飯，唔該晒。The team here are really friendly. I speak conversational Cantonese, and that has really helped us while exploring Guangzhou. But you can also download the payment apps, and they come up with the menu. You just scan the QR code, come up with the menu, and you can translate quite easily. So we've been using that form of ordering as well.
And I speak zero Cantonese or Mandarin. I do think you could totally travel here, not a care in the world, with just some old school communication. Smiles, miming things, still using your translation apps when you need. It would be pretty easy actually. Even, I mean, this menu is in English actually. It had both, which is uncommon, but this menu is in English too. We've come here at a pretty chilled out time. They've only just opened. It's 10:30 in the morning. We have walked past here at lunchtime, and it has been massive queues out the doors. It's a very popular place, but we came early for a second breakfast, and because we knew it would be a bit more space and ease for filming.
The roast meats leave the oven at 10 AM. So if you want to be, you know, here when they leave the oven fresh as, get here at 10. 唔該晒，哇，好靚。好，唔該。Look at this roast goose they gave us. I think the leg, which is my favorite bit, it is looking succulent, crispy skin, juicy fat that is going to melt in our mouths, and the sauce here to pour over the rice. Oh, good. 唔該，哇，好靚。唔該晒。And the barbecue pork and roast pork has arrived. So the roast goose was a bit more expensive, $5, and this combination meat one was just under $5. Like, how good. Beautiful, succulent looking meat.
Goose is very common here. I think outside of here and Hong Kong and those places, duck is definitely the common meat for these types of shops. But here, goose, super common. They have duck on the menu as well, but we always go for the goose when we can. It's a bigger bird, it's a bit meatier, it's got that incredible fat line, so it's a bit juicier.
This crispy skin is wild, and then you've got a really thick fat layer, and it is juicy. Oh my lord. Oh my gosh. Flavor. That was just skin, that mouthful. And when I bit into it, the fat just oozed into my mouth. It was almost running down my chin. There was so much fat, and it had so much flavour. Very strong goose flavour. Oh man, this is delicious. I'm gonna try and.
Mommy.
Hold on one moment. Wow, it's got a really savoury flavour. It's just absolutely delicious. Honestly, that fat layer is stunning. Wow.
Barbecue pork for me, my favourite out of the two. Out of the roast and the barbecue, I always lean towards the char siu. Whoa. So much flavour from the marinade. You can actually taste the pork. It's a very fat cut piece of pork as well, and it's juicy. It's not stringy. Sometimes with the stuff it can look really good. It looks really good in the window. It can look really good on the plate. When you eat it and it's all dry inside, it gets stuck in your teeth. This is none of that. It is bursting with juice, bursting with flavour. And now the roast pork, so with that crackle on there. Good crunch on the crackle, fat layer, then a good meat layer. Again, solid pork flavour, nice and salty where they've salted that skin to get that crackle. This place is very, very good.
That was utterly delicious and so affordable. So $5 for both of those beautiful meals, and they were big meals. A lot of rice, decent amount of meat, greens.
We're filming in a really old part of town today. Even the mainer roads are skinny and like neat, really hustling little places. There's also a lot of laneways like this. Super skinny, just bikes coming through. Mega interesting places to wander. There's so much to see.
We've arrived at our next stop. We're here for double skin milk pudding. Now stick with us here. I know that sounds kind of boring, like a milk pudding. What could be so great about that? This place has been around since 1934. We ate here the other day and holy moly, it is so good.
It sounds boring and it's also going to look boring as anything. Like Sheena said, please stick with us on this. This is a dish we've had in Hong Kong. It's something we really like, and this version is incredible. You've got to see it. You've got to hear what we've got to say about it.
唔该，谢谢。Three puddings. We each had to get our own because there has been infighting in the past. What I love about these heritage eateries, a lot of which we're showing you in this video series, is the atmosphere. Wooden tables, small wooden stools, you're often sharing tables with other diners, and it's just a really lovely communal atmosphere. And even though these places are really busy, you never feel rushed. The staff don't rush you, you just take your time, enjoy your food.
I told you these would be pretty boring looking, just bowls of milk. That's what they look like. We've gone with plain. You can get them with a bunch of toppings. We've got mango on top of zadis. I can see some pictures out there. There's red bean on one. I think it might be water chestnuts on another of the pictures. So there's options. We like it plain because it's super pure. And all of these are cold. You can also get them all hot. Hot is a very different thing. I mean, think of a glass of hot milk versus a glass of cold milk. Super different taste. So you get very different things no matter how you want it. We wanted plain cold today.
This place is famous for using a buffalo milk, so it's rich, it's creamy. It's got buffalo milk, egg white and sugar, and it's a double skin milk. So you do see that skin that's formed on the top and then the milk pudding down the bottom. Oh, it is Simple, perfection. Creamy, rich. The texture is so smooth. And it is very creamy. Yours is creamy too, isn't it? And I love Daddy's about to get into his. I've got a very enthusiastic eater in Zadie, which is awesome. And like honestly, this is just the best snack. Most people in here are eating one of these. You stop in, afternoon tea, morning tea, dessert. It is so delicious.
That's too much. It's too much. It's so good. Oh, I'm a milk fiend, and that I could eat gallons of that. Delish. This is a really easy one to find in the city. It's everywhere. You find it all the time. Restaurants don't just serve this either. There's people in here having hot noodles and things. This one though, we've had a number of them. This one is so superior to any others we've had. Often they're served in like yucky throwaway plastic containers with floppy little plastic spoons. That takes away from the enjoyment. The general texture and whatnot here is just better. There's more flavour, there's better texture. Everything about this place ticks every box you want to be ticked. $2 each for those. What a bargain. And they're not a small bowl, they're quite a good sized bowl. Oh, yeah, it's just got some seriously proper old school vibes, that place. Very, very good.
One of my favourite snacks to get when we're just pounding the streets and I just need a little something is a Lo Bao, which is a pineapple bun. And this place here does really good ones. They've got a filling inside. Hey ho. 一個菠蘿包唔該，呢個係咪有餡㗎？有南瓜餡。啊，南瓜餡，唔該。唔該晒。Bakeries in Guangzhou are everywhere and they specialize in sweet breads. This one is a pineapple bun, and contrary to its name, it doesn't actually have any pineapple in it. It's just that the topping, which is a sweet sugary topping, looks like a pineapple. This one is filled with pumpkin puree, and it was only 5 RMB or 5 yuan, which is something like 80 cents. So a real cheap snack. A really sweet sugary bread, and then that beautiful pumpkin filling is almost like a custard, a smooth pumpkin custard.
Popping up a laneway for this next snack, it's fish skin, a bowl of fish skin salad.
So it's got peanuts and all sorts inside.
Looks super interesting.
This is a family run shop. It's in its 3rd generation and has been around since the 1970s. 你好。一個魚皮沙律都唔該。
This is very neat laneway dining and it looks delicious. Really simple salad. I see spring onions, peanuts, fish skin obviously, sesame seeds, it's got a little bit of coriander. I think there's some sesame oil in there. Ooh, it is looking colourful and tasty. There's chilli on the table too.
It's got a great aroma with that spring onion and that sesame oil. It's delicious. It's got a really crunchy texture. That fish skin is bouncy, it's crunchy. You've got zingy black vinegar in there. It's salty, it's fragrant. It was a really great snack. This dish you can actually find all over Guangdong province, but it's this particular shop, this family run shop, that invented this dish, the current owner's grandfather, which is really neat. A bit of local food history right here. You're right there?
Bowl.
Well worth eating. So unique.
I do a lot of fishing back home, and fish skin chips is something I've always wanted to make. We deep fry the skin and turn it into really bubbly, crackly chips, and that's kind of what I was expecting here, but it's not at all. Looks like more of a skin texture. Oh, big bits of ginger in there. There's a little bit of chili in there already. We haven't added any, but there's some in there. Damn, that's delicious. That's a really good snack.
Yeah, I got some, honey.
Oh, I love it. And again, well under $5, $3.85 for that fish skin salad.
Now, we're not going out of our way to eat food just because it's cheap. We're hunting down really great food, so places that are well worth visiting and where the food is excellent. It just so happens that it's super affordable as well. Heading to a famous wonton noodle spot next. It's been around here since 1980. Có雲吞麵唔該，嗰個係咪有蝦同埋豬肉嗰個？冬菇豬肉、蝦豬肉。冬菇豬肉、蝦豬肉啊，唔該。
Got that old school feel in here again, the wooden tables, tiled floor, faded menu on the wall. I'm liking it.
They had such a huge range of noodles to choose from, but we went for their top favourites. So those two right there, pork trotters and noodles, and then the wontons with pork and prawn and noodles.
Big pot of hot water. The noodles get blanched really quickly, then a big pot of broth, dousing it over the noodles. Super cool to be able to watch that. And our food just arrived. Looks amazing.
The first thing that hits you when the bowls arrive on the table is the smell of the broth. It is super, for lack of a better word, shrimpy. It's so rich. Beautiful seafood flavour. So this is the pork trotters. Got 3 pork trotters and these gorgeous egg noodles. Look at these noodles. Wow, those are really good. They have a beautiful flavour and they've got a lot of chew and bounce, so they're not just all mushy. I've got a really beautiful eggy flavour. Okay, I've been wanting to get into the pork trotters since we arrived. There are pork trotters everywhere on the streets of Guangzhou. Here we go. Really good. Gelatinous, very much melt in your mouth. Wild times with the toddler. Here we go. There we go, there's the wonton. What do you think? Yum. Okay. This is a delicious afternoon treat.
Whoa. Sheena talked about the smell, she talked about the taste. She's so right. I've had a lot of bowls of this over the years, many countries, and so often the broth just tastes like it's made with powder. Wow. That is definitely not made with powder. It tastes like a crustacean broth. It is so delicious. It's rich, it's deep in flavour. Oh my god, yum. I've added a little bit of chili to give it just a little bit more depth. Wonton time. Lots of shrimp, perfectly cooked. They're big wonton, but they are light as air. The pork just almost dissolves in your mouth. The shrimp, yeah, like I said, perfectly cooked. This is a great bowl of wonton noodle soup. Again, way under $5, and that is for heritage, top-notch, incredible versions of dishes. What a day of eating. Thank you for watching. Plenty more videos from here, and we're doing a massive trip all around Asia. We're traveling for 3 months on this one, so there's going to be food from heaps of countries. Hit subscribe, let us know what you thought of the video. please hit that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.